I would like to call the meeting to order, and I would like to introduce Jackson Liscars to come up, please, and say a few words, and then lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Hello, my name is Jackson Liscars. I'm a 7th grade student here at Collin Middle School. I'm a member of the National Junior Honor Society and the Student Council. I also play for the boys soccer and baseball teams. Whether I'm studying or playing on the field, I work hard at achieving the goals I set for myself. I believe I need to learn something new each day. I would like to thank Mr. Benson for giving me this opportunity to recite the pledge here tonight. Thank you.
All right.
I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you.
Jackson, thank you. Just a small token of our appreciation. Thank you, Jackson. Very nice job. Okay, I have proof of posting here that the meeting was posted as required. I'd like to do introductions of the staff and players here. My name is Becky Burke. I'm the school district moderator. Is that better? Okay, thank you for letting me know. Okay, my name is Becky Burke. I'm the school district moderator. Here tonight, we have members of the school board and members of the school administration, and I'd like to introduce them briefly. On the school board, Dana Argo is not able to be here tonight. Cheryl Axton, if you would just, Tricia Corcus, Jim Sullivan is vice chair on the board. SAU administrators include Dr. Charles Littlefield, superintendent of schools, Marge Pollock, assistant superintendent, Karen Lassard, business administrator, Devin Bandersky, director of student services, Matthew Woodrow, technology director, Justine Thane, media director, Andrew Bairstow, principal, Underhill School, Steve Harris, principal, Hooksett Memorial School, Matt Benson, principal, David Cawley School, Leanne Moynihan, school district clerk. The school district attorney present is Maureen Pomeroy. The duty officer with us tonight is Sergeant Dupuy. Thank you very much. And many thanks to Penny Fairhaven, who has agreed to be the assistant moderator, and Marianne Boucher, who will help us count votes if needed. Thank you. What I'd like to do is just very briefly provide an overview of the rules for the deliberative session. If you did not pick up a copy, they're printed on blue paper in the back of the room. You can certainly pick one up anytime you want. I'm not going to read them word for word. I just want to give you an overview of some of the high points. Basically, this meeting is your meeting. My role is to facilitate the meeting, and so these rules are my proposal for that. Because this is your meeting, you may, at any time, by a simple majority, overrule any rule or any ruling that I make. And anytime anyone wants to raise a point of order, you can do that by just raising your hand from your seat. It's the only motion that you can make from your seat. I will only recognize people other than a point of order if you're standing at the microphone. Please come up, provide your name and your address if you'd like to make a comment or ask a question. I would like to limit people to 3 minutes for the first time they come to the microphone. I'm not limiting anyone, nor can I limit how often anyone speaks, but I want to make sure that everyone who is interested in speaking has a chance to do so. So 3-minute limit on the first time, and then you can always come back to the microphone again if you would like. Please be courteous. All questions and comments come through me as the moderator. Only one motion on the floor at a time. This is basically to prevent a lot of confusion. I've been at meetings, maybe you have too, where someone makes an amendment, and then someone else tries to amend the amendment, and someone else tries to amend the amendment to the amendment, and everybody ends up confused. So any number of amendments may be proposed, but only one at a time. If you are interested in providing an amendment, it does need to be in writing. Amendments may not change the subject matter of an article, and any articles with appropriations may be voted up or down. Motions to call the question. A call the question motion essentially stops debate, and I've been at meetings where when a motion to call the question happens, everything stops right there. And if people have their microphone, they have to go sit down. To me, that doesn't seem quite fair, so what I'm proposing is that if a call the motion motion is made, it needs to be seconded, and then anyone who's in line to speak may speak for a minute, and then we'll move on. You can vote to restrict reconsideration if you would like. I plan to use the voice vote method. Any 5 voters may request a secret ballot. And I do not intend to vote on anything except in the cases that I've outlined there. So if there are any questions or concerns about those rules, okay, seeing none, we'll move on. Okay, starting from the warrant. Article 2. Shall the district vote to approve the cost items included in the collective bargaining agreement reached between the Hooksett School Board and the Hooksett Education Association, which calls for the following increase in salaries and benefits at the current staffing levels? Year 2012-2013, estimated salary increases $201,906, estimated FICA and retirement increase $38,261, and further to raise and appropriate the sum of $240,167 for the 2012-13 fiscal year, such sum representing the additional costs attributable to the increase in salaries and benefits required by the new agreement over those that would be paid at current staffing levels in the prior fiscal year, recommended by the school board, recommended by the budget committee. I would entertain a motion to move Article 2 as written to the ballot.
So moved.
So moved.
Is there a second?
I'll second that.
Okay. All right, that was moved by Tricia Corcus, seconded by Jim Sullivan. What's your pleasure?
May I speak to the motion?
Absolutely.
This article speaks to the teacher's contract. It provides our teachers with a step increase, but not a cost of living increase. In 2010-2011, teachers received a step increase, experience increases, only with no cost of living adjustment. Again, in 2011-2012, our teachers received a step increase, only with no cost of living increase. And a new step was added to the salary schedule that was $12,000 more than the previous top step. This warrant article asks that our teachers receive a step increase only with no cost of living adjustment, and that $13,000 may be added to the maximum step. The teachers have gone without a cost of living increase for 3 years. Our teachers have bargained in good faith for a number of years and should receive this step increase.
Is there a clarification?
Yeah, just sound problem. It's 1,200 and 1,300, not 12,000 and 13,000.
It was 1,200, not 12,000.
Okay. Anyone wish to speak to the motion?
Madam Moderator, do a switch. Oh, yep. Thank you. Madam Moderator, my name is Mark Michael, 42 Main Street, and I am the Hooksett Chairman of the Budget Committee. And I hope to address at least some of these warrant articles as an informational purposes to the members of the audience here, and perhaps I'll try not to sway any meetings one way or the other, but I just want to present some information. So with my intention at the end of this meeting for everyone here is to at least, when you leave this room, you will have sufficient and full information that you need to make the decision next month at the next month's election. I just want to expand on this particular warrant article to make everybody aware of the history of this particular contract. This is the third year of a 3-year contract. 3 years ago, the voters approved the 3-year contract, and initially it was worded that there were no increases whatsoever for the following 3 years. However, the second year, so the first year was 0, nothing was going to be transpiring, but at the time, there was an evergreen clause into that, which has since been rescinded by the state legislature. And so at that time, there were no benefit increases, but there were 2 what they call reopeners for the last 2 years of this 3-year contract. Last year's contract did not have any cost of living increases, but there was a 2% increase in the steps. And the notes that I had from the budget committee was from the school district said that everyone got an increase. What happened was that the estimated increases were a total of $164,969 in salaries, and for FICA and retirement was $27,583. The difference from last year's or this current year's second year part of the contract was that the teachers or the school district was able to find a lower cost of insurance coverages. So even though they did get some increases in their salaries and steps, the insurance was much lower than their previous insurance coverage. So it actually had a net savings of $14,416 due to the change in insurance coverages. This year, as it says here, they're asking for increases. Again, no COLA, but there is a step increase. There was some discussion, a lot of discussion on the budget committee as to whether a step increase is in fact still an increase in salary, whether you call it a COLA or whether you call it steps. In fact, the teachers are receiving an increase in their salaries due to the steps. That's basically all I wanted to say about this article. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else?
Jim Michaud, 11 Laurel Road. Has there been a percentage computed on what the average step increase is as a percentage?
Anyone in the school board or administration want to answer that?
It varies depending on where the person is, but the cost of the package is 2%. So some steps would be higher than that, some steps would be lower than that, but at the end of the day, when you look at the whole package, it's 2%.
Their step increases, experience increases, are they based upon a satisfactory performance
Yes.
evaluation? So if someone doesn't get one, then they're not going to get their step?
If they don't have the satisfactory year, they won't be with us the next year.
Okay. Thank you.
If I may, Madam Moderator, I have one more point. There's nobody else behind in line here. I just want one more comment. Since this is the last year of a 3-year contract, my assumption would be next year there would be another negotiation to reestablish this contract or start over with a brand new contract, because this is the final year of a 3-year contract, so they would start over with another negotiation next year.
I'm not answering on behalf of the school,
It wasn't a question.
school district, so does someone want to confirm that?
Yes.
Anyone else have any questions, comments on this article? All right, seeing none, Article 2 does move to the official ballot. Article 3, shall the district vote to approve the cost items included in